Hi, how y'all doing? It's Friday, February the 23rd, 2023. Still a lot of twos in that, isn't there? So this is a big portal. It'll last a few more days, doesn't it? It does. Um, the sky here in Ontario, Canada, in the rising, was cloud covered, but now it is blue with some just strange light colored, different looking clouds, like in lines, but not the chemtrails, right? And see, I got another confirmation about the chemtrails too yesterday watching another video. And I was out, I went out there a couple of weeks ago, and when I got in the truck, it looked like somebody had threw like dirt, like wet dirt on the windshield. And I was like, that's weird. And I turned on the wipers to wipe it off, and it turned into mud kind of thing, right? And I was like, gross. How did this happen? There's no dirt around. It's winter time. And then the video I watched last night said that the chemtrails, the new ones that are being put up, I told you this before, right? Is uh, fixing, it grabs onto the all the crappy shit that they were spraying and brings it down to the earth so it can be cleaned out, right? And what it looks like is dirt or styrofoam snow, which I've seen both of this year. So, yeah, it was confirmation for me on that subject, right? Also, I learned that chief, when we're talking about Indians, right? My ancestors, it means leader of the family, right? So, to be a chief, you have to be a good family member and be able to lead them well. That's how I see it, right? I watched a young guy, what's his name? T Bell, right? He's on Instagram, I guess. But he was on somebody else's video that I watched. And he's a melanated man, and he was young. He's young, and he was talking, and a lot of the stuff he said I resonated with, but then he said some stuff that caused me to have fear. And I was like, that's not right then. That information is no good, what he just said that caused that in me. And one of the things was they were talking how uh, they're waiting for the spaceships to come. They want to know uh, how they're going to be taken or how they're going to know which spaceship to get in and shit like this. I guess they're going with that scenario. And that bothered me. That bothered me, right? So I was like, yeah, that's not true. But he was like, yeah, you'll know because the fake ships from the governments have white lights. No, yeah, white lights, and the ones from the Galactic Federation of Worlds or whatever have like green and red and purple and whatever, right? So yeah, I'm not kind of sure what narrative that's going along with. After I was listening to this another video YouTuber today, right? And he was going through history, and he was doing a bunch of old tapes about, Admiral Byrd and the governments and the German Nazi. I'm not sure if I can say that word, so I'll spell the words. I'm not sure I'll get a strike up for, okay? When they were doing their thing, right? And you know why the CIA was made? Because of Roswell, right? And what I've learned about our government and secret societies like the CIA, well, they're just, different ones we get to know about, the FBI, the KGB, right? Is that they cause the problem and so that they can have a solution to it and try to make themselves heroes, right? Because they can't do anything. They're not manifestors. They're not creators at all. They have to steal everything, right? Copy. So if they if the Roswell crash was a reason for them to create the CIA, I'm thinking that they did that on purpose. So that brings me to if that's even all that information is real or not, right? Because the aliens, in my mind, are the Germans that have their base in Antarctica since the Second World War, right? Do you know what I mean? They're the ones with the fast ships and everything that's in the Admiral Byrd account, records. So, yeah, just, not sure how to think about that. I'm not sure how to think about that at all. But I just thought I'd bring it up. The Schumann today is 15, so higher from yesterday. Yesterday was 9, I believe. I forgot to tell you too. I seen four deer cross the street up my way. Not yesterday, but the day before. Right? Every time they do it, I get so concerned for them because of the traffic. But everybody that was driving stopped their cars, so that's good. And I seen a chickadee in my tree in the rising, and I seen a raven when I went for a drive. I had to do a few things earlier today, right? So that was nice. And everybody I seen at the grocery store, or most of the people I seen that spoke to me, smiled, right? But I was in a good mood too. I was in a smiley mood, so smiles are contagious, right? Right. What else did I write down? Oh, after this conflict, I guess 2026, we'll be driving our cars will be run off of water, right? Instead of no batteries, no gas, they'll be run off of water. So if you're a mechanic, you should probably, and you enjoy being a mechanic, you should learn how to install, or how do they say it, convert a car engine into water, not propane and not gas. And you'll have lots of business because a lot of cars will just be converted over, right? Because they do that with propane. I had a vehicle like that once, but the person screwed it up, right? So just a thought, right? Something to learn if you like learning. Oh, I was right about the CMEs yesterday too. In my video, I watched two tarot card readers today, and don't you know it? They were pulling cards on the power out in the States, right, for AT&T and a whole bunch of different online businesses, right? And the government won't admit to the CMEs and the solar flare causing these things. They say it's a cyber attack, right? That's the reason for this. They don't want you to look into the energies, I think, of the solar flares and CMEs because that's our light codes coming in, right? Every time that happens, it's like a really good time to manifest. We level up. That's the really big one. It was in 2020, right? And what did they cover that up with? That thing, right? So yeah, they want to take as many people out as with them as they can because they know the truth. They've already lost, right? The narcissist that just won't leave without breaking the toy, won't give it back until he's broken it, kind of thing. Messed up people. I suppose the Spanish conquistadors, that's what they bred, right? And I think it's a lot of the people that came over, I think they were the orphan train people and the clones, right? Because when I look back into history and all the pictures of the Cabbage Patch babies and the orphan train babies and all that, they're all white, Caucasian. I don't see any melanated ones, right? I find it very suspicious. But then Trump did say, what did he say? Three quarters of the population aren't real, right? So it's a simulation. It's an illusion, you know? It's so hard to wrap the head around all these things. Yeah, to see it coming. It's because I'm looking too far ahead in the future, I think. Wanting to know the answer. And I guess the universe is saying, you don't need to know how it's going to happen. You know enough, right? It's a possibility. I hear tarot cards reading that sometimes. And I suppose Tauruses are bad for that because we like to have answers, right? And being psychic and only being able to see so far. Like I can see other people's futures and stuff easy. But when I ask about my own, nothing. It won't tell me nothing about me, right? About the past, but not about the future at all. So, yeah. different. What else? Oh, another thing the tarot cards reader said about the CMEs and the power out there with, the phones and everything being offline is that that was a switch over into the new system. It was the new coming in, right? Had to shut down the old there. I don't know, reconnect the wires, whatever. I know it's tech, right? But yeah, they had to go down for a bit for them to flip it over. So it's more healthier for us now, better for us. That's what the card said. And I resonate with that. I do, because I know nothing can happen that Big Mama wouldn't allow, right? So it's all just smoke screens and stuff like that you're seeing what's happening, right? Because they have no control at all. Nobody's who you think they are. They've all been replaced, right? I can't pay attention to any of them. It just frustrates me because my soul knows why you watch lies. Stop it, right? So, yeah. What else? Whatever happens, this goes back to the CME thing, I think. Whatever happens, whenever they throw something bad out there to get your attention, right? It's the opposite. They'll say it's bad when actually it's something good that's happening. Okay? They'll say that what this group is doing, this gang is doing, is really bad, murders, blah, 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 right? Actually, flip it. They're not bad at all. They're really good. And this goes throughout history, right? It is. It does. I have seen it, right? Going back and, backtracking. So, yeah, whatever they say is bad is good. If they say it's good, it's bad, right? It's easy. Such terrible people, really. What they've done to the ancestors and stuff like that. The genocide, that's what they tried to do. Genocide us all. But they lost because they're weak. They can't manifest and they can't create. Okay? So, yeah. Everybody's expecting the world, the earth, or, civilization to go for a shit. Like, it's gotta get so bad. It's gotta get so bad. Well, it already is so bad, right? They're gonna be surprised when it starts getting real better, right? Because it is. It's going to get real better. We gotta wake people up, but I think that's what's happening because February is the month of disclosure. This year is all disclosure. Everybody, has to pay their karma. All the truth comes out about everybody. Right? The government's everybody. They're already off in that fake King Charles person with cancer. Right? So expect more of this. I think it's beautiful. I love seeing it. All right? Waiting all this time. But they're not the real person. So he's just a guy in a mask that looks like Charles. Right? Charles already been taken care of. So, yeah. But maybe we'll be able to watch the videotapes or something, I'm sure they recorded it. They'd have to. Well, that's what the CIA does, doesn't it? That's one thing. Blackmail. Surveillance. All that stuff. So, yeah. I was feeling really antsy today. I was sitting here thinking, I want to do something. I want to socialize, right? But we know how that works. Every time I go out and do it, it's usually a shit show. I just run into everybody that's vaccinated. All right? Because they're the sheep that's out there doing stuff, doing the circus and the bread. So I decided to not do anything. Just stay in my fortress of solitude. Like Superman. But yeah. I'll just entertain myself. When the spring comes, it'll get warmer. I'll go outside and sit and stuff like that. But for now, the weather's too erratic. It's supposed to go down to minus 19 tonight, and it was like plus 9 yesterday. All right? Up and down, up and down. They sure like playing with us, don't they? They really do. It's so messed up. These people are sick and mentally ill. I feel sorry for all these people that are sick. I hope they get better. I'm trying to find the receipt for when TJ, Mr. T, right, came out in 2020. I think it was 2020, 2019, when he said about the new tech being, advertised, coming out like the World Fair thing. Rod Hayes was either in Ohio or somewhere like that, right? He's looking for the receipts too. Spent a little bit of time in the Rising looking, but I couldn't find anything. They just want to say what's all the bad stuff, right? So I got to keep on going down. It's probably lower in the feed. But yeah, if it's there, I'll find it, right? I'll read it to you. Say, believe me, right? Well, I'm going to lose a tooth. This one right there. I could wiggle it, right? But the dentist would say they'd follow it by themselves. So, yeah, I'm not going to go run to them. They're just as corrupt as the rest of it. So, yeah, I'm thinking how they make false teeth and stuff probably isn't good for us having metal in our mouth, and who knows what else that's made of, right? So, I was just thinking about it. I could wait till the med beds. But if I lose all my teeth, you're going to have to look at me going, you know what I mean? If you don't mind, I don't mind. I hope it's not my looks you're looking at anyways, and it's my heart and my mind. That's what I do first. Fall in love with somebody's mind and their heart. Alright? Because this way I know how they think. So, yeah. Alright. I gotta go. I got chicken in the oven. I'm making me and my son dinner tonight. He's splitting the grocery bill with me. Better this way. And then the stove's not on twice in that day, right? And I cook healthy. So, yeah, it's not all junk food. So, Alright. We'll see how tomorrow feels. We rise with this new moon coming in. Yeah? Yeah. Alright. Then that's enough, okay? Okay? Okay. I love you all as a consciousness. Enjoy this night or day. Bye.